That's the one. And it's unfortunate that people see people that are compassionate and want to have predatory behavior, but that's what they look for. They look for codependent people and try to take advantage of them. And then, after that, they try to make you feel guilty for their abuse. Like you're the cause of it, when you're not the cause of it. When you're just a loving person that just never knew what a healthy foundation is, what healthy behaviors were, because you just didn't grow up in that environment, so you just don't know. And another thing that we must do is take responsibility. This is really hard. You have to recognize the pain of not having your childhood needs met. You have to recognize that it wasn't fair and it hurt. Now you are the adult saddled with the responsibility of reparenting yourself. It's okay to say it wasn't fair and to wish it was different. But the only way to move forward is to say, I am going to take it from here. I am my own hero. I don't need to live this way. And this is so important. This is the transition from victim to survivor, of saying, you know what, I'm tired of living in survival mode. I'm tired of being afraid of normal social interactions, and being a victim or a survivor of abuse is that you do have severe anxiety in social situations, because the abuser always said negative things towards you. And so in your mind, you feel like this crazy person that everybody's saying something negative about you. You could drop some lip gloss on your pants, and it is the smallest dot in the world, but all you're thinking about, oh, they're gonna see it and they're gonna feel like I'm this horrible person that's not clean. And then you have all these thoughts that aren't logical at all, of people not liking you, or these false narratives in your head of what people are thinking of you, because again, the negative programming that they put in you to make sure your self-esteem is low is still there after you leave, which is why we definitely have to heal and break out of that, because you're gonna be miserable, end up not wanting to go anywhere because you're fearful of what people say or what people will do to you. You don't want to say no to people because you're afraid of repercussions, and you know the evil and the horrors of saying no to someone. And so you give yourself up so much. There's no you don't have an identity, and that's the biggest thing. What abuse does, it takes away your identity. You're a shell. You feel like your heart is just black and you don't have anything else to give. You feel weak. It becomes physical. You become physically weak. You can't hardly breathe. Having panic attacks all the time. It's just a lot to go through, and that's why we have to heal. We have to heal. Now, become a parent and friend to your inner child. Take inventory of what you did not receive as a child and what needs still need to be met. This is different for everyone. Maybe you didn't have structure as a child, so you need it now. Maybe you had entirely too much structure as a child, and now you need freedom. So definitely walk down, memory lane, either by yourself if you can, in journaling, or go to a therapist, and they can walk with you to see what were you missing as a child, so you can give it to yourself. Because a lot of times, again, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, abusive household, had that foundation, you don't know what you're missing because you're not used to that particular lifestyle. It's the same thing of someone that is living in poverty to someone that is very wealthy. They trade houses. They're not privy to the environment, so they are going to they're just going to implode because they don't know what to do in those environments. They weren't taught how to be in those environments at all. So you have to gradually teach yourself, learn, research, go, the computer, different therapists, reading. A good book is Am I Good Enough? It's a real good book. I forget the author, but it's definitely a good read, and it's on, I believe it's on Audible as well as an audiobook, because I listened to it and I want to listen to it again. It helps, gives you perspective on how to know that, it's not your fault. You were just programmed in an unhealthy, unstable environment, abusive environment, and it teaches you to love yourself and to grow. And it gives you other stories of other young ladies that been through the same thing. And so, and also, everybody's story is different, which is helpful. So you can find some similarities and things like that. So it can assist with that. And so I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for the support, the overwhelming support. I love you. And thank you for tuning in. And be healed every day.
Thanks for joining us this week on Abuse Exposed. Make sure to subscribe to our show in Apple Podcasts and other social media platforms at Abuse Exposed so you never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on Apple Podcasts. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Thanks for being a part of the community.